When someone releases a new product onto the market, you have to ask, now, what problem is this trying to solve? Now, I'm not sure whether it's through bad marketing or just roofers take a long time to know products, but after over 2 years, we finally decided to order in the new InfinitiLine gutter manufactured by Stramit. And we're trying to figure out what problem is it trying to solve. The main feature of the InfinitiLine gutter are the multitude of holes on the front face. It's a high front gutter, lots and lots of holes that you can hardly see, so it looks aesthetically quite good. And the marketing says that it overflows really rapidly, and because of the design, it doesn't need any additional overflow provisions to comply with the National Building Code. Why overflow provisions? Long time ago, most gutters were of the low front type, and if the gutter fills up and it overflows, it goes over the front of the gutter and hardly much goes over the back of the gutter, and that doesn't cause any problems with water going into the eaves and into the brick cavity or into the house. Now, as we traveled through time, aesthetics meant that a higher front gutter made the house look better. But there was a problem with the high front gutter. It forces the water to overflow the back, and that means water onto the eaves and into the house. So the code builders found that this to be a problem, and they decided that manufacturers of high front gutters had to put provisions in to prevent overflow. So manufacturers put slots at the front of the gutter. The Ace gutter, for instance, has got a slot, but it's quite minimal. And even with the slots, it doesn't overflow all that much through the slots. And especially when the gutter gets full of leaves and debris, the slots get blocked up, and then effectively you got no overflow. So another provision to provide overflow to high front gutters is a spacer at the back of the gutter. And now this is produced and brought to market, but hardly anyone ever used it. So back to the InfinitiLine gutter, and it stands to reason that Stramit designed this gutter to provide overflow and also provide a look that's quite distinct, and you can hardly see the overflow holes, which work like magic according to the marketing brochures. So the traditional slotted high front gutter, like the Ace gutter, uses two ways to attach the gutter to the fascia. An external bracket, which we prefer because it doesn't catch leaves that run along the gutter and cause blockage, or an internal bracket that holds the gutter onto the fascia. So is the new Stramit gutter functionally any better than the traditional high front slotted gutter? We'll have a look at the internal bracket. The advantage of the new Stramit gutter is that the internal bracket doesn't need to be nailed through the back of the gutter. The idea of putting a hole through the back of the gutter to hold the gutter in place is not the best solution. The new Stramit gutter doesn't need a hole through the back of the gutter because there's a strap. And another advantage of the strap is that you can actually physically hold the strap up and pull up against the gutter to line the gutter up properly, rather than try to hold the back of the gutter with some implement. So is the InfinitiLine gutter going to be the start of a trend to gutter manufacturers providing a lot larger overflow provisions at the front of the gutter and still make it look good? We don't know. It depends on the take-up. But we've got this InfinitiLine gutter, and we'll put it in, and we'll report back on any positive or negative experiences.